You're watching a syndicate program.
The Emperor has been expecting you. I must obey my master. Indeed, you are powerful. It is pointless to resist, my son.
What's up, nerds? Welcome to another exciting episode. I mean, it really is an exciting episode tonight, isn't it?
Yeah,
We got some freaking toy news for wow. This is episode number 54 of the Sarlacc Toy Chest coming at you live. That's right. It is Monday, February 16th. I am your temporary host while Moocher figures out his crap. I am Scott Solo. With me, I have got this gentleman right here. That's right. It's Tommy from Blitz Transmissions. No, not over there.
Look,
you're right there.
I'm right here. Guys, I may be banned on Instagram, but I'm still here. Hope everyone's
never
doing
give
good.
up. That's never give up the hope, man. Never give up the dream. And of course, we have got the esteemed commander of the Shadow Nose Network. That's right. It is Alexander Storm. What is up, my friend?
Hey, the check cleared, Mooch. Even though you're not here, it did go through.
Wow, thank goodness. I was
Came right out of that new roof budget. Sorry, Mooch.
Toy fair,
Right.
Toy fair. Oh my God, it was a great weekend, man.
It was a thing. It was a thing for sure.
Yeah, there were way more Star Wars toys revealed this weekend than I could have possibly imagined. Yeah. Yeah.
Not to mention all the Battlestar Galactica toys, but that's not for this show. If those weren't so expensive, I'd buy every one of them. But before we get into everything, before we bring up and tell you all the latest and greatest news, let's give a real quick shout out to these fine people right here. Don't worry, folks. On Wednesday, you will get your proper shout out with all the appropriate voices. That is our Shadow Council, our Patreon crew. We love all of you. Without you, this show would not be possible. If you are interested in joining the Shadow Council, go to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast or scan that QR code right there and take part in all the wackiness that will ensue. There is content coming. We are working on it. I promise you. But that content will not just be exclusively for our Patreon crew. That will also be accessible by our fine Shadow Council not our members, but some of our pit members and our show members. Right. We've got Ray Stanley in the pit right now. He's hanging out in there. We've got the Max Rebo Experience.
Max Rebo.
What's up? We've got Adelphi Rangers, Nursif. We've got, I don't know what the NERSIF is, but
New
welcome to
Republic
Delta Ring.
Security Force.
What the hell am I thinking?
Yeah.
Do I even Star Wars, bro? I mean, my God. We've got Chris K here. He is coming at us from, I believe, across the pond right
Yes,
there.
he is.
All right.
Commander Bly, what is up, Commander Bly? I'm waiting for the appropriate super chat to bounce Blitz from the show. So just so we know, I am accepting. TD3 Trooper is in the house, as well as Phantom Menace Dennis.
The GOAT.
The mighty Rhino Hobbies is in here. We've got Basil G. Boom Shakalaka with Chet Maddox. What's up, Chet Maddox?
Maddox.
We got Nicholas H in there. We've got this guy. I don't know how he can be in multiple places at once. It is a magic trick, I'm telling you. We have got John Graber, the space jockey, spitting on all the amazing Black Series releases. I don't even really do a whole lot of Black Series, but holy crap, they were great. We've got the mighty Meeks. We've got Star Wars Collective.
What up?
Wow.
We've got Cassidy in here. What's up, Cassidy? We're waiting on the latest from Cube Squadron. Cannot wait to see it, man. I'm telling you, every day something new, and it's beautiful. Dr. Brantley's there. What's up, Dr. Brantley? We've got TVC Trev.
Right.
Stu John Jedi.
What up?
Stu John.
Santo 1414. Whoa, wait a second. Don the Dad Dorn's in here? What the heck? Oh, he's joining us on Facebook. What's up, Don the Dad Dorn? Right on. All right. So, gentlemen, I hear that there was an event that took place in New York last week.
Oh, really?
What? Yeah. You want to tell me about it? What was this thing that we had?
Yeah, Alex, fill me in. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know, man. They converge every now and then about this event of toys, and I think they called it Toy Fair. It's happened since the early 1900s.
Little known show.
Deal out of it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the toy buying world, all the not the manufacturers, but all the retailers converged on New York this weekend for the I don't know, what is it, the 123rd annual Toy Fair.
Yeah, it's got some years up there.
That's one hell of a show if it can last that long.
Yeah.
And they converged to talk toys. All the latest was there. There were releases from, G.I. Joe, as I had mentioned, Battlestar Galactica, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a presence there. But we don't care about all that, do we, boys? At least not for this show. Yeah. We care about Star Wars, right?
Yes,
and
dude.
Holy hell. Star Wars was killing it.
They did.
I mean, from toy photography to announcements to, I don't even know where we want to start. Where do we want to start, boys? Do we want to go with? Do we want to start with the really impressive stuff, or do we want to start with kind of and kind of make our way up to really impressive stuff?
I don't know. I think if we go too big early, it just doesn't make people last for the entire show. Let's just give them a slow crawl into it.
Okay, so let's start with the really incredibly lame Black Series. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, let's do that.
No, you know what? I'm going to kick it over real quick let's give it to Tommy real quick to talk about Micro Galaxy Squadron. Do you want to take this one?
Yes, let's talk about it. So Micro Galaxy Squadron had a presence at Toy Fair, which I was really excited to see. And they kicked things off with a lot of new reveals, stuff that I don't think anybody was expecting, such as the Razor Crest, which you can see front and center here. This is going to look great. This one is compatible with some Cube Squadron cubes. If you want to get your Cube Squadron a couple months down the road, you could possibly put your Razor Crest in some of those scenes. There's going to be two versions of this Razor Crest. One is going to be at Walmart. I believe it went up for pre-order today, actually. And that is the new paint deco for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Allegedly, later there's also going to be a Target exclusive version that has different paint apps, possibly some effects like blast effects, and it will also come with Zeb as opposed to just Mando and Grogu. So a reason to buy both at each retailer. Down at the bottom row, I'm really excited. We do have confirmed this is an AT-AT for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I know we were all debating if this was going to be some sort of variant of the AT-AT that we saw in Empire, because it does look different. No, this is the AT-AT, and they have a brand new AT-AT for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. No idea when that's going to come out, but keep your tabs on Walmart, Target, and Amazon. It's usually where these things show up. We do have a new wave of vehicles that came out as well. You can go check out the Micro Galaxy Squadron Instagram page if you want to see more high-resolution photos of all the latest. We have a new collector set coming out on the 18th, this Wednesday. We have our next Jazzwares Vault drop, which is going to have 2 releases, one being the next set, the collector set for the Starfighter class, and then we're also going to get, you can see the 3rd picture on the bottom row here, the
I'm so excited about this. Can we get this in vintage collection, please?
What is it called? The LAAT/C, I think.
I think it's the gunship, essentially the Imperial gunship, right?
Yeah, it's the Imperial LAAT, and it comes with a couple, looks like Enoch and a Night Trooper here. This is from Ahsoka. This is going to be a limited edition release, probably one of 3,000, and it's going to be exclusive to Jazzwares Vault, also dropping this Wednesday at noon Eastern time. So if you want to get this piece, I'm assuming they'll release one that's not as well decoed later on. That's what they typically have done with their Jazzwares Vault exclusives. But yeah, really, really excited. And to Cassidy's point here, they did design the AT-ATs for Mando and Grogu off of the ones that we saw in Rebels, which are more akin to the Macquarie art than what we actually see in the finished product of Endor. And there it is, the LAAT/LE. That's what,
there we go.
So
it's lately. Yeah. It's the lately.
I am so excited about all these reveals. Going to definitely be picking them all up and getting those Jazzwares Vault exclusives this week.
Yeah. I mean, that gunship. Holy crap! That thing looks so badass.
Seriously.
I mean, and not only can they release it for Ahsoka, but we could also redeco it for Bad Batch. You could get
Bad Batch, Rebels.
Let's go. Yeah.
I need that ship in my life in TVC, like you said, Scott. I need that.
Yeah. No
vehicle,
kidding,
man.
right?
Look great.
Yeah. What do you think the chances are? I mean, they just had a LAT, right? For the HasLab. What do you think the chances are for a LAT lately on the next HasLab?
A lately. I think it is much smaller than the Republic gunship, so I feel like it's much more within reason. It's a lot less plastic. It's definitely a lot less wide than the Republic gunship is as well. So,
do you think that means that is possibly a ship that we could see at retail, at brick and mortar stores?
Yes,
I think you could. Yeah.
I think you get away with
Most
that.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, right on. Quick shout out. We're going to give it to Dana. What is up, Dana? Welcome to the show as always. We've also got Douglas Gunn. Yeah. Hey, Doug, what's up, man? A couple months down the road. Is this a prediction or do you know something we don't?
I know lots of things that I'm not allowed to say on this live stream.
You just keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so that takes care of the Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to take the next one just because this is near and dear to my heart.
Let's do it.
Being an old fart like I am, I absolutely freaking love the retro collection. And this set's got me excited for a couple of reasons. Number one, Wedge Antilles. I love Wedge Antilles. I think he's a great character. I don't care that he left Luke behind. That's okay. He would have, it would have been disastrous had he stayed. But we got the announcement of not only Wedge Antilles, but also Captain Antilles. It's a twofer. It's an Antilles twofer for us this time around. The really exciting thing about this, though, is it's an all-new sculpt on the X-Wing fighter pilots with a removable helmet. Does that mean that we could see additional X-Wing pilots in the retro line down the line? Couple lines there. I'm excited about that prospect, right? And I mean, why not? Why the hell not? It doesn't quite work with Porkins, but the other guys it worked for.
I did hear for this retro one, they went with the more detailed sculpt, more akin to the kind of detail you saw with like the Return of the Jedi releases, but obviously he'll be on a a New Hope card, like the original
Right.
Star Wars card, like the rest of the set.
Right.
So cool that they're mixing like the better detailed figures out of that Kenner line with still keeping true to the original card backs.
Yeah. Yeah. I will get these. It is gonna this 6-pack or 5-pack. Is it 5? I can't count
6-pack.
right now. It's a 6-pack. Thank you, Jesus. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute. There's two in a frame. I do believe that is also. I haven't heard anything about pre-orders on that yet. Have you, Tommy?
Yes, this will be a Target exclusive that will go
Damn
for
it.
pre-order in the
course.
summer of 2026.
All right.
So
all
this
right.
summer is when, and then they said at a later date they'll show off all the packaging and what all the cards are going to look like, what the box set is going to look like. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's got me excited. I don't know. I'm probably going to buy a couple of them, keep a set sealed up, and then, I'll rip open a set for everybody, and I will do it as violently as I always do. I'll just tear into that shit. Now this is going to feel like a punishment, Alex, and I swear to God, it is not meant as a punishment.
Right,
okay.
yeah. It happens
But
every time.
I think this is going to lead into a deeper conversation, as in, like, what the hell are we doing? But I mean, I'm going to let you go ahead and cover the action verse.
Oh no, man!
Oh,
No,
God.
no.
Get the slop out of my face.
Yeah, bro. There is absolutely no way. I have no idea what they were thinking with the action verse. But you know what? Let's hopefully there's some small little Star Wars collectors out there that might enjoy it. I know the big people won't, but obviously they're showing the Mandalorian, which again, I don't know why. Now here's the thing: is Grogu going to cost as much as Mando?
Oh yeah,
Since he's in a
absolutely
package
he
by
is.
himself.
Absolutely
Because
he
he's
is.
half the plastic, and that's always been my gripe. You've got Zeb, you've got also, they've got all kind of other little creatures and everything that we're seeing up here. The ATRT, that looks actually kind of interesting, and I think I would get that for like somebody a little younger.
I wonder if that's going to be a reskin of the Mission Fleet ATRT. I'll be interested to see.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
again, I while we don't like the action verse, I'm probably sure that, like I said, if you're a parent, they're really kind of reasonable. It's kind of good to go out and have this kind of line that pops out,
Right.
for the least expensive kind of stuff where you want to give to a younger fan. You never know, it may ignite their fandom on this. So thank you, Scott, for sliding me down this barrel of laughs.
You're very welcome, my friend. You're very welcome. So, okay. So the ATRT, all right.
Yeah.
We know these figures are about 4 inches tall, right? Not
Yeah.
quite vintage collection size. They're a little bit bigger, but that also means that, I know, Rusty. That also means that ATRT could be utilized with a vintage collection figure and probably not feel all that off scale. Same goes with the little ship that Grogu and the Anzalians come with, right?
Yeah.
Are we going to get a vintage collection sized scaled version of this ship? Probably not. So
No, probably not. No.
I see this as not to be, not to be hypocritical, but I see this as a possibility for a purchase to put with my vintage collection figures. As kind of a, I always feel like we're wasting these resources, right? Why not have a cheaper vehicle to go with the vintage collection figures or the retro collection figures or something along those lines, instead of constantly putting out these action verse vehicles that go to clearance, because they just don't sell. The mashups didn't sell. The action verse don't sell.
Well, what kills me is like these. You could tell this is the budget line because they put all the accessories on a little plate of one solid piece of plastic, like it's a Gundam model kit or something.
Right.
You got to like pluck off all the accessories. I just, again, Scott, we've talked about it on the show. I'm going to maintain my opinion on this, that it, as a kid, I played with action figures with more articulation. Now,
yes,
I will say what Actionverse is doing that the Epic Heroes line didn't do is they added the bendy elbows, they added the bendy knees. They're doing it. They're at least doing that, making the figures a little bit more enticing for a lot of kids who actually do care about that stuff, contrary to what some people will tell you. Kids do actually care about that.
Yes.
But I just still think that I definitely agree with Scott. I would be okay with give me a bunch of accessories on that little plate. If you just give me a bunch of like a black hunk of plastic with a bunch of stormtrooper blaster cutouts and a bunch of blasters I can pluck off, and you give me some bare bones stormtroopers, for example, I think, and you market it, it doesn't even have to be TVC, but I think it should be able to fit with the other line. It should be able to blend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that X-wing fighter that just went on clearance at Target, that would fit perfectly with a vintage collection figure or a retro figure, and it doesn't feel off.
Right.
Here's why I think, again, why it's good to have this line out is because there is going to be a little excitement. There are younger fans that are getting into it. Yet also, are you really going to give them the, almost $27, $30 Black Series figure to give down to them? This is something where, they can take it, trash it, do whatever they want. And you're really not really feeling bad about the price points and everything. So I do think it's good to have this line, but could they do better? Obviously, I think the ships could look a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So just thinking out loud here, if McFarlane Toys, let's say McFarlane Toys with his DC line that's about to die, right? He has his standard figures, which are $30 a pop. And then he's got these same figures, bare boned, with maybe one accessory sent to Ross for $10 a figure. Do you think that the Black Series would have room for an additional line of less expensive with fewer accessories, or a vintage collection that's less expensive with fewer accessories to fill in those needs rather than something along this line?
I would like to see them, although I think McFarlane, what hurt him was that packaging. I think he could have upped the quality on that.
It's not great.
Yeah, and it's when you see those at Ross and everything, like torn apart because of the packaging. But I think Hasbro would do a better job of that. And I think you have to make it more price, friendly for individuals that can't afford that upper tier, because they're dropping. Look at all the stuff they dropped just on Friday.
Oh, we're going to get to that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you have people that just can't afford that. And there's people still want to participate in the fandom. So you do need to have tiers of that's working for certain class of individuals that are only going to buy this much, but they can still feel like they're accepting into it. I think it's a good idea, man.
What do you think, Tommy?
I think that there needs to just be more synergy. There needs to be more synergy between, if you're going to have, my bottom line is, if you're going to have a budget line, you will sell more if it also works with, like you just said, either retro or TVC, especially at that smaller scale. It's cheaper because it's smaller, so that's just my bottom line. I don't think I have much else to say on it. I think that they just need to work on making something that works for both kinds of collectors.
Something that can integrate with both lines.
It's cheaper, a better price for people who are not, obsessed with it like we are, but something that we would still be enticed by to add to our current collections. I
like it.
But that would lead into people actually getting a little bit more inspired to go up. Because you always do want to have a toy line. Like the one thing that McFarlane does, I think, at a price point, it's the superpower stuff. It's like you could give those to younger fans, older fans also appreciate it, and it's at a very good price point. I don't think I've ever seen more than $10 on those, but yet you came out with vehicles. They didn't look too kiddie. They worked, and I think that's the same. I think Tommy has a point there. If it's able to go into like the vintage collection and it's just maybe, I think that would work. I think that's a very good price point.
So you think that it would be better to have more integration of the action verse vehicles into retro and vintage collection figures, but you don't think that they should scale back on the accessories for a vintage collection figure to give it a slightly cheaper option?
I don't know if they would do that because of the fact that they're a corporation and there's certain situations and plastic and things like that, and molds.
That makes sense.
But I do think if you did it less scaled down, like an action, but it's able to go up a line, and yet also it does the one thing, like you said, you're teaching the next wave of collectors to grow with it. There are levels to it. You're able to do the action verse, then you're able to move into vintage, then you're moving into black, and then you go to Hot Toys, you're teaching them how to grow. And I think that keeps fandom coming back and back again. Man.
Yeah.
Stick with us. We will teach you how to lose all of your money. All of
Financial ruin.
Financial ruin from the Sarlacc toy chest. So I'm gonna hit the chat really quick. We've been kind of neglecting them. I'm sorry about that, guys. We have got Grogu in there. What is up, Grogu? Welcome to the show. Who else have we got? We've got homie Dam. What's up, homie Dam? We have got John in there. What's up, John? I'm not even gonna try to say your last name. Well, I just tried. We've got Bisum. What is up, Bisum? You are right, Bisum. That is a pretty cool droid on that staff.
The mercenary droid. That. He's cool.
Yeah. And so we're going to see that in Mando Grogu. Oh, twist my arm. We've got Lou Dude. What is up, Lou Dude? I'm right there with you. I love the retro collection. It's not my favorite. I still prefer vintage collection. I prefer the vintage collection slop. What is it? No, not slop. It's McDonald's toy.
McDonald's toys. Happy Meal toys. Yeah.
Happy Meal toys. Right,
no, Action versus the new Happy Meal toys.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Tommy has to say that now because he is now collecting vintage collection.
Fully gotten it first.
We've got William Rodriguez. What is up, William?
What up?
So we think we'll for certain get a Clone Wars ATRT. Ooh.
Yes. Oh yeah. If Hasbro double dips on everything. If this is the one thing they don't double dip on, they're stupid.
Total loss.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think at this point, because we haven't gotten to the vintage collection yet. That's next. So we're going to get to the vintage collection next. But I even think that the logo on the side of the ATRT, it's the same from Empire to Republic, isn't it? Weren't they were still using the almost Imperial logo on the side, so they wouldn't even have to do a redeco on it.
The only thing that's different is the main cannon. I noticed on the Imperial one, it looks more like the cannon on the ATST with the double barrel, as opposed to the Clone Wars one has that single main barrel. Aside from that, I haven't noticed anything that's different enough to catch my eye. So literally, that's one single piece that you would have to change to get a Clone Wars ATRT. Yeah.
That is, I mean, that's one piece of cast plastic. There's no way they're going to pass that up.
Yeah, they'll double dip for sure.
You're printing money at that point, right? Yeah. We've got Arc 501st in here. What is up? You have not missed the vintage collection talk. We were about to start talking about that slop momentarily, as we like to say. We have got Commander Cody's Vault in here. Give me a new HasLab Razor Crest. We're going to get into a little bit of announcement. We're going to get a little speculation. Could we see another Razor Crest? Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I could too. We have got James Morrow in here. What is up, James?
What up?
I think we've got Ray Stanley. What's up, Ray? How you doing, man?
What's going on?
We got Tom Harris. You guys are off the charts, chatting it up in there.
Yeah, shout out to 72 people watching live. Appreciate all you guys.
Wow.
Nice. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. He is here. The Hasbro team spent a decent bit talking off topic on product reveal stream about AT-AT. Seems like a hint to me. Ooh.
You know, I would say I don't know for sure. I know a lot of things that I'm not allowed to say, but what I can tell you is the last time we saw kind of like a ramp up like this was with the Cantina. We had our Modal Node 7-pack. We had some Momane Dawn action, some things that were leading up. You know what I will say is we've had in the last 12 months, we've had a new Snowtrooper 4-pack for army building. Yep. We have a Snowtrooper Commander that's been released 2 different ways now. We have new head-to-toe General Veers that was just released. We also have now Remnant AT-AT drivers. We could also get some Imperial AT-AT drivers to go with. I'm just saying the writing could be on the wall for some sort of AT-AT HasLab offering this year. Could be on the wall. Yeah.
Ooh, and would it be a classic AT-AT or this new version AT-AT? I would think it would have to be the new version AT-AT.
I think new version.
New version it could be, but what if they gave you a swappable headpiece?
Oh, they would do that.
And give you an Empire look.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
There's your stretch goal right there. They're not going to do that. But
they would totally do that. They would totally do that.
I mean, Scott, look at the Republic gunship came with like 4 swappable nose art panels with the base offering.
Also, they've got a history of doing that with the G.I. Joe line, His Tank Retro.
Yeah,
to the
yes.
new
his
line.
tank.
So
Yeah.
I could see them doing those panels and everything else.
Yeah.
We
I
might
don't
got
have
that
room
HasLab for the
for
year.
another AT-AT.
Oh
Damn
no,
it.
you can always make room, Scott. You can
Now what
always
would my
Tell my wife that.
what would my marathon be for the AT-AT? I don't know. Guess we'll have to
Oh,
find
no.
out.
We will
Yeah.
have to. I think we will be finding out, won't we?
I think we will.
Stone Mandalorian is in the house. What's up,
What
Stone?
up?
What's up, man? We've got Mr. MD1ish. Bandai makes great Star Wars models. Yes, they do.
They do.
They do. Bandai
who
for the
else we
win.
got? Bandai for the win, definitely. All right, so that is it for a catch up with our crew here. Real quick, Dana was asking, did we see the Geonosian creature?
I did.
Yes, I saw.
Yes,
the little note
yes,
card for the
dude.
Geonosian creature.
That was
So
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Battle of Geonosis is not over yet. Don't fear, my Clone Wars fans. It is coming. I promise. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and hit this real quick. Nope, that's not it. We're gonna hit that right there. It's a well-oiled machine tonight, people.
Dude.
Yeah,
This
cool,
is
man.
nuts. This is something
Yep.
I never,
Hang on a
ever
second.
in a million years thought they would
All
do.
right. Sorry
Oh, no.
about that.
No good.
So this is what we're talking about. Vintage collection Ore with the Geonosian Picador. So
Yes, dude.
that little nugget was dropped. And I find it funny that they actually had Din Djarin behind it. And people are
Yeah.
like, this is not that thing.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I never in a million years would have
Oh,
put this
no.
on my bingo card for Battle of Geonosis. I can tell you, in spite of all the new media, there are big plans for Battle of Geonosis for this year. Don't get discouraged. TVC has big plans, and this is one of those where I'm like, yes, this is welcome. This is a creature that has never been made in the scale ever. This is a great way for them to get some easy, clever reuse with the new Geonosian figure that they're already making for the Geonosian warrior, and giving us, we can have our army builder Geonosians, and I think there are 2 or 3 of these that show up in the arena. I'm in, dude. This is awesome.
so.
Always happy to have new stuff. Yeah.
See, here's how I knew they were going to do this, because when they said, they're doing the whole arena thing, well, they're a central part of it.
Yeah.
You're going to see more
Yes.
beasts. You're going to see more characters pop out of the way. You're going to probably see even more Jedis come out of the way, because they are trying to make this as epic as possible. This just goes to show that I've heard on several other shows, they are listening to fans. Hasbro, for the first time in a very long time, is listening to what people want, and they're delivering that to us.
Yes.
Good job on them, man.
Absolutely. So, Tommy, you say that this was a complete surprise to you, even with what you do know? You didn't know this?
I didn't expect it. I would have I knew some sort of creature, but I was expecting the obvious Nexu, Reek, Acklay, the big 3 beasts that attack our main heroes.
Yeah.
This is something that's great though, because it's again something completely new. And it's a dinosaur looking creature. It's very reptilian looking. I love it. I am very, very happy with this.
100%.
This is going to be great. And they really do such a good job with their creatures. The Howler is great. The Blurg is great. I think that this would be a very easy one for them to do.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Awesome. Before we jump back into vintage collection, I did want to bring this up as well. Now they tried something like this a few years back, and it didn't go so well. But we are seeing the return of mini helmets.
Yeah.
We've got Stormtrooper mini helmet as well as the Mandalorian mini helmet.
So these are going to be bigger than the previous titanium helmets they did in 2015.
Okay.
These are like half scale helmets. So they're about this. Okay. They're about this big. I would say they're about third scale, half scale from what I'm seeing. And they come with a little stand. These are going to retail about $35, and they're going to be Walmart exclusive. So they're not even like mass retail put out everywhere. I think this is just them. They had some extra budget for this movie. They're trying to get out as much merchandise as possible around the movie. Usually I would not welcome something like this. I don't plan on getting these, but I think it's great that they're trying different things alongside a movie. I think we want as much different merchandise as possible for a movie. And then on top of that too, I think that this is a good choice for people. There are a lot of people who want to buy the helmets, but they don't have the space for the one-to-one scale electronic helmets. This is a great way for you to stick this in your office. This is a great way for you to stick this on your desk. It's a good, smaller helmet, and they look pretty well detailed, too.
I will totally agree with Tommy on this one. I'm a huge point where I get all the Marvel helmets and like Thor's hammer and everything. And I just ran. I can't even display it because Black Panther and the rest of them. This is the same way I think also Joy Toy did this with Warhammer with these little helmets that come on their little stands. You can, if you're into that, you're right. You can put it at the office. You can put it at home. You can put it on a display stand. You probably get about maybe 5 across an actual shelf or something. I think this is very smart for them to kick it down 35, which I saw that in the pricing. I think it was Snow Mando said something. I think that's a tad bit too far up in pricing. I think that because we've seen all the helmets pretty well make their way to Ross at one point or another. They kind of drop down. This is kind of one of those things where I don't know at Walmart if that's going to do well, because Walmart right now is discounting everything within Black Series and Vintage and Micro Galaxies. They're having a major clearance right now. This is one of those do the wait game, because I got a feeling these prices will come down after the movie.
Definitely.
One thing I like about it is I like the fact that the box shape emulates the Black Series box shape for the full scale. That's pretty cool. Loving package design as much as I do. I think that's a really cool nod. I don't think I'll get them. I think it's just a little. I think it's a little niche, and it's not quite for me. But I tell you what, I will get. And that is going to be these fine figures right here.
Scott. Right. I pre-ordered more TVC than Black Series again. Oh, man.
I did not.
Alex is holding the line.
I'm holding the line, bro. Holding the line.
So these were the announced vintage collection figures at Toy Fair, including a Mandalorian version of IG. He's IG 12 at this point, right?
He's IG 11 in this.
Oh, he's back to being IG 11.
He's only IG 12 when he's got Grogu in his chest.
Gotcha. Okay. So here is the IG 11. What is he? The Marshall version of him. So very cool figure. We also have the Remnant Trooper, the Remnant Snow Trooper. Sorry, these things are so small I can't even read them right now. We've got the Remnant Trooper right there, and the Remnant Imperial Remnant AT-AT Driver. Now, those three right there, coupled with the 2 Inquisitors that we announced in our last episode, equals a full case assortment.
What a great case! What a great case!
What a fantastic case! But there was also. Whenever I went to order it on Entertainment Earth, because I did order the full case, the Mando Grogu was also in there, but I don't believe it. I don't believe that the Mando Grogu is going to be in that assortment. I believe since he is a deluxe figure, he is going to be completely separate.
Right.
Don't believe what Entertainment Earth is telling you if you go on there. We also got the 4-pack of Imperial. I can't say the words Imperial Remnant to save my life.
Yeah, it is kind of
4-pack. And then, of course, I believe it's $70 ATRT.
$68. Yes.
I'm sorry, 68, probably 68.97 ATRT. Which, if you don't want to pay that much, you can always get as we were talking earlier in the show, the action version of it, which will have the walking legs and all that. So, quite a lot of really cool announcements for Vintage Collection, and I was happy with this. I was totally on board with this. I thought, all right, that's the way to do it. We've got a release date of March 22nd. These are supposed to be in stores on March 22nd. So you can pre-order them right now on Pulse, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, all of your favorite places to buy figures. You can pre-order them, or you can go to a brick and mortar on March 22nd and buy them then.
Yeah.
And I was happy. Dude, I was
it's more perfectly... Honestly, I gotta say, I was expecting like maybe 2 or 3 figures. I wasn't expecting a multi-pack. I certainly wasn't expecting a vehicle. They really, really knocked it out of the park with the TVC offering for this film, and this is only the first wave. There's going to be another. Get ready. There's going to be another Mando and Grogu focused TVC wave of offerings that's going to come out after the movie releases this summer.
Yeah.
So
here's what I think was really kind of cool was with the ATRT was the flight stand to hold up the actual, because we've had this problem numerous times, things not being able to stand on their own. They're now trying to address that. It does make it like $68, but also with the stand though, now you can actually fully say it's worth the pricing because they've actually compared a way of not having it fall over. So I think that's smart that they did. I liked also the packaging that they've been doing on the Vintage Collection. Whenever they do the vehicles and everything, I like the closed box ones.
Yeah,
I think it harkens back to the way they used to look. So look, and the Mando and Grogu, look, I did make a purchase because I did want it on retro card back for that.
There we go.
Because it's kind of cool. It kind of if this doesn't get fandom excited, nothing will.
No.
They did their jobs, and like I know weeks before everybody said, well, where's the stuff for Mando and Grogu? Super Bowl didn't do much with that commercial halftime
Tomorrow.
clip.
Tomorrow.
I know tomorrow
Tuesday,
we're seeing it, but
Tuesday the 17th, we're getting a trailer. Tune in on Wednesday to the Sarlacc Digest proper. We're gonna break that shit down. We are gonna get into the weeds with it.
They slapped us in the face on the Super Bowl, and then the next week they're like, "Oh no, we got you guys." And they did a very good job, and I thought that Hasbro, with the whole team being there and the announcements they did through Toy Fair, very classic, very smart. And now we know we're going to get them before this stuff is in theaters. Very smart game plan and how they did it. I think everyone would have wished they would have done it before the Super Bowl and some of the stuff dropped.
Agree.
But they're ramping up and they're taking this very seriously now.
Yeah. We've been talking about it for several weeks now, right? There's a pattern. There's always been a pattern. Back in the Lucasfilm before Disney days, it was about a month before the movie debuted that the toys would release, right?
Yeah.
With the Disney releases, it's always been 2 to 3 months. So we're following that pattern. There was a bit of panic going into it, but now we're good. We've got it all figured out. Calm down, pump the brakes. We're all good, people. This is gonna be great. This is going to be awesome.
Sports and the fires out of the way.
Right. That's right.
No storming
don't storm the castle.
Yeah, man. I think it's also great. This first wave for TVC is awesome because it's Mando and Grogu and a bunch of bad guys for them to beat up. It's a great first offering. No spoilers, no anything like that. And you could still have a phenomenal looking first wave. And I have to just reiterate how amazing this spread is for before the movie even comes out. This is awesome. Very, very happy with this.
Yeah. So from this point, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hand it over to our pal here, Blitz Transmissions. That's right.
Oh,
Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy, that friggin' guy. We're going to pass it off to that friggin' guy. So he can start talking about Black Series and he can get everybody in the audience that is currently watching excited about this shit because holy crap. Wow. So we're going to kick it off with Black Series reveal number 1. And just tell me whenever you want me to hit the next slide, man. You're in control of this ship. So here we go.
Bada bing, bada boom. Black Series in the room. Check it out, guys. We got our first deluxe figure for the Mandalorian and Grogu, being the namesake of the movie. We have a newly sculpted Grogu that can actually hang over Din's shoulder, over his jetpack. A new spread of accessories. This was a figure that we saw get leaked. I believe it was 5017 set on Instagram leaked this, or Twitter and Instagram maybe a month or two ago. It looks great. New Mando figure. The photography by Shooting the Galaxy, always top notch, amazing. Really, really happy to see this. If you look in the right side of the screen here, there's going to be a theme for this deluxe release as well as the mainline wave that will accompany this figure at all your major retailers. At Walmart and Target locations in store only, starting Sunday, March 22nd, there are going to be these first edition boxes, which are just collectible variants that you'll be able to get for these figures. They did a similar thing in 2019 for the Rise of Skywalker, which was like that Triple Force Friday wave for Mando Season 1, Rise of Skywalker, and Jedi Fallen Order. Really excited for this deluxe set. It's a brand new figure. He's got a great spread of accessories. Both figures look awesome. And what was even better was I was expecting this thing to be $42.99 like Lord Starkiller was, and to my happiness, he was $34.99. So that was a great pill to swallow going into this figure, expecting him to be almost $10 more, and seeing him in the mid $30 range. That was that's much more akin to previous deluxe offerings with Black Series. So I'm very happy. This is a slam dunk, in my opinion.
I agree. It also looks like we're going back to the cloth goods cape, which with the Mandalorian figure works perfectly. My favorite version of him has the cloth goods cape. The plastic cape is just it's unnecessary. Now, what you will notice right there in the detail photo, his rifle, the little buckshot rifle that he's got, is not contained in that photo, but he does come with it. So just keep an eye out for that. And yeah, the white packaging on these things, man, that almost got me into a fist fight with some lady in the parking lot of Walmart whenever she wanted to kick my butt because I bought the set and she didn't get any of them.
Well,
snooze, you lose.
Yeah, you gotta be quick. Gotta be quick about it.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I think this one's an insta buy though.
I picked this up. I picked this up.
Yeah.
The one thing though, Tommy did say about the pricing, I would have liked to see a wire cape in this just for the toy photographers out there. I would have, if they would have had like, the first wave and then a second more deluxe version that would have had the wire, cape in that. I wouldn't have minded that because I do think those look great. And there's a lot of photographers out there that would have appreciated that. So hopefully down the line, maybe they'll do a deluxe, because I know they're doing a Maximum Series stuff for all the Marvel stuff. They maybe they're gonna do something like that for the Star Wars Black Series down the line.
Yeah, I think the one thing with this specific character design that would be not impossible but difficult with the wire would be, one, the bottom of the cape is all tattered, so you would have to figure out maybe just don't put a wire at the bottom at all. And then also the big, if you have the Glavis Ringworld Mandalorian from the Book of Boba Fett packaging, you have to kind of move the cape over to the side and bunch it all up to get the jetpack on there. What I would like to see, to Alex's point, though, is if they did a deluxe season 1 Mando where he has all the different colored armor, and give that one the wired cape. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. All right, we're going to move on to slide number 2. Here we've got figures number 2 and 3.
There you go.
Yeah, so following suit with TVC, we've got some great new troop builders here for the Imperial Remnant faction, which we've seen all throughout The Mandalorian since season 1 here. We have the AT-AT driver, which looks great, and this is awesome because it's a brand new AT-AT driver body for the Black Series. We're getting rid of the pinned double knees. We're replacing them with the nice, sleek-looking single-jointed knees to match the rest of the new figures coming out for the line. And then we've got the Imperial Remnant AT-RT driver. A couple things on this one. Much to my chagrin, he has a hard plastic. Yes, he has a hard plastic comma instead of a soft goods comma. I would have preferred this followed suit with the TVC version with the soft goods. That said, from what I've seen in the promo shots, it looks like it's that thin, more pliable plastic that will be able to really move itself out of the way. We also get new snowtrooper legs, so we are getting rid of the pinned double legs for the snowtrooper as well. I'm really excited about that. I love the shore trooper. I think it's a great design. I love that they've blended elements of the Imperial snowtrooper with the shore trooper, and these are two, again, great army builders, and I have reason to pick up first editions of these because they're troop builders. So I'm really excited. These will be fun to hunt for at Walmart and Target.
So do you think we're going to end up with repaints of the Black Series helmets that will follow suit? Do you think we will end up seeing this version of the Imperial Remnant AT-RT driver helmet?
I think it's a possibility. I could see it happening.
Simple repaint on that. And what do you think the possibility is of them actually giving us an AT-RT in Black Series?
I don't know that they
Slim.
will. I
Yeah.
I feel like it could go either way. On one end, you could have it where they aren't doing it yet because they didn't want to release it for both scales at the same time and confuse collectors, because that does happen. Or I could see it though if they already single packed it. I don't know that that's gonna be a huge disappointment for me if Black Series doesn't get that ATRT with that character. Then again though, they could release it later on, give them the soft goods comma like the TVC, and it's a different release. So I don't know, could go either way. Obviously I really want ATRT. I
feel like ATRT is the right size, right? It's the right scale for a vehicle for a Black Series. It would be I think it would be a miss if we didn't, but Hasbro going to do what Hasbro going to do, right?
Yes, true that.
That being said, moving on to reveal number 3 with figures 4 and 5. Take it away.
Yeah, so we've got Sigourney Weaver's character, Colonel Ward. Her likeness is very scary on this figure.
It's very accurate.
Doesn't necessarily look bad. Yeah, it's just very scary. I am disappointed that she doesn't come with any kind of blaster or anything like that. They gave her a trigger finger, but no blaster. What is a huge deal, though, is that she's on a new X-Wing pilot body. This is the first new X-Wing pilot since 2013. So they have replaced the X-Wing body. Thank God. I really hope that they double dip on this new sculpt and because she's 6 foot. So she's very tall. So this could work for a lot of male X-Wing pilots as well. So I hope they give us a big Starklighter, redo Wedge. Yeah, they can't do it for Luke because he's a little short for a Stormtrooper. But yeah, again, both this one and then the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper are also going to come in the first edition packaging, which are these guys complete this mainline wave. That you'll be able to also find first editions for at Walmart and Target. We have our Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper coming with a couple different pauldron options here. You have the ammo pouch and the pauldron itself. You could put on both. You could put on one or the other. And we actually saw in that TVC Army Builder pack that you could actually, there was multiple different versions of this look. So if you want to army build, you do have opportunity for some customization within the box, which is great. I think the weathering on this Remnant Trooper looks way better than the toasted marshmallow Target exclusive Remnant Trooper from a few years ago. It looks much better. It looks much more like a wash and much less like that digital dot matrix printing. So it's always great. And what's wrong with a Stormtrooper? These guys are a little dirtier. I was saying these guys could look great. You could pass them as sand troopers as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I absolutely love the fact that you could, okay, yes, Army Builder, great. You've got a lot of different options. Now make sure you get the product in quantities to the stores, right?
Yeah,
yes, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Because people are definitely going to want to army build this. But this brings us to our last slide for the reveals. Oh no, it's almost over. God, what are we going to do? It's reveal number 4, or figure number 6.
And we have to always come down on a low note here. God forbid we go a year without a Tarshit exclusive. We've got another. The good thing is here, this is, in my opinion, a totally non-essential character, being just a different version of the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. He's got the difference between this one and the other one. He does not come with the pauldron accessories, and he has the brown on the lower leg and on the bicep there. Target exclusive, I'm going to be honest, I had no issue pre-ordering this. We'll see if Target does the thing they usually do and cancels my pre-order.
Yeah, exactly.
They love doing that.
They do.
But yeah, this it's fine. It's fine. If they're going to get an exclusive, I'd rather it be something like this than a much more definitive and much more important character like a Saw Gerrera, for example.
Right. This one, I don't feel like this one really calls for army building, because then you'll have a whole bunch of troopers all with the same weird leg. This isn't one that you can army build. This is Bob. This is the Bob Trooper. So, individual figures. So all that being said, going over all that, we have updated our checklists with the vintage collection checklist. Kind of did an overhaul on this. We've added the new figures. We've We've had no new releases though since we last spoke. So as you see, no new grayed out action figures at this time, but still rumor has it that these vintage collection, the Poggle the Lesser Wave, is coming soon.
Yes,
so
it is.
Buckle up. That is on its way. And there's that General Veers you were talking about. I mean, could it be a sign of things to come?
We should note as well while we're here, Scott, that keep your eyes peeled. You must join the Syndicate Discord or the Blitz Transmissions Discord, because on the 19th, this Thursday, is when the TVC Cantina Patron 4-pack goes up for order.
Oh crap! Right.
That's on the 19th. So if you don't want to miss that pre-order, if you got a busy day on Thursday and you don't want to miss that, you already know if you join, especially that Syndicate Discord, you're going to get the hookup. So you need to make sure you join those Discords and so you can get first dibs essentially on those drops. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thank you for bringing that up. I was saving the Discord chat for later on, but let's hit it early. That's right. Syndicate for all your toy hunting needs. If it's G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if it's comic books, join our Discord. The links are in the description right there. You can go over there, log in, and just join in on the chat, man. We're going to keep this conversation going after the show.
And it's free.
There's even it's free, and it's like a buy sell trade in there and everything, man. It is cool. So buckle up, go on in there, have some fun with it, and let's get back to it. The checklists real quick. Nothing new taken away from it. We just had all these really rad additions to it, right? I do want to bring up the fact that the Plo Koon Trooper 2-pack is going up for pre-order, according to what I've seen, on February 26th.
Correct.
So that update is in there. Anything else to bring up on this? I mean, any hints of what's out there?
Not really. I know that I got my emails from Big Bad Toy Store. They should be dropping in my pile of loot any day now. I know people that ordered them on Amazon are also getting them in. The Jedi Dooku Quinlan Voss 7th Sister Wave is popping into people's mailboxes. So,
boy.
Yep.
Okay. So with that kind of wraps up our big updates for this week with Toy Fair. I mean, we kind of blew by some of that pretty quick. Anything in particular other than anything out of our realm? Like, I think our realm is mostly vintage collection and Black Series and retro. What about anything of the Action Verse or Micro Galaxy Squadron that really sticks out that you guys feel are a must buy?
I guess this is, kind of in the vein of what you were talking about. It was just posted about like a couple of hours ago. SH Figuarts is coming to brick and mortar here in the US. With a Mando and Grogu release. That's going to be some direct competition for Black Series in stores with the Mandalorian and Grogu SH Figuarts reveal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do we know what stores in particular they're going to be hitting?
Your Walmarts, your Targets, your
way, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my god! Because I've seen like Lord of the Rings SH Figuarts have hit GameStops and they've hit Bach Lunch. They've hit those specialty stores, but I didn't. You're talking the big one of the big two. That's
So get ready. Obviously, they won't be in the toy aisle. They'll be in like the collectible section.
Right.
So, but it's gonna be I keep hearing people say, "Oh, they're going to run Hasbro out of business."
No, they're not.
No, they're not. Because this is the thing that I've always said is, especially with Hasbro doing alt hands and doing the wired soft goods, now you're getting import level stuff for half the price of an import.
Well, here's also the thing: if you've ever been to Walmart and saw that, you've got to walk all the way to the back, go around the corner, right by the bathrooms. That's the collector's area is at. With McFarlane and Nacelle.
It's because the prices of the imports make you want to shit yourself, so they put you right by the bathroom, right?
But you almost never really kind of see them on the aisles and everything. They're so far out of the area that they're almost no mind. And I don't know why McFarlane pushed for that, but I think with the Black Series, Black Series is fine. I think it is an alternative. I don't know if Walmart is the smartest place because people don't go into Walmart wanting to buy expensive items.
No,
Walmart is a discounted store. You want to go in, you're not going to go and pick up like a $80 to $90 figure there comparably. Now, if GameStop had a little bit more health to it, yeah, that probably wouldn't have been the area to pick that up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work out for SH Figure Arts.
It's
at
it's
Walmart.
definitely a market test. They're picking
Yes.
a character that is your Darth Vader level of iconic.
Mhm.
They're coupling it with the marketing of the new movie happening finally, and they're testing the waters to see how they'll do in retail. Now, what I want to know is how they got that to pass, because I know Hasbro has like the monopoly on the figure sales here in the U.S. So I want to know how that got to pass there.
Maybe Hasbro knows something. You've done some market research and like, let these, because look, if you're in the collector's area, the sale is not really doing as well as they like to put you to think. Those Kalzamu Mesa, all that stuff dropped in clearance. You can McFarlane stuff. You really don't know where to find it at. Although McFarlane's done several videos like, hey, we're here. You don't go in there into the electronic area looking for toys.
No.
So it's just a bad,
unless you're us.
Now Best Buy would have been a better maybe
Yes.
option for them,
Yeah,
because they
that.
do have a section, and a lot of people do go in and shop, but Walmart and Target, that collector section's a hard one right there.
That being said, though, there's also I'm not familiar with all the anime stuff, but there has been SH Figure Arts anime figures at Target for some time now.
Yeah,
nowhere near price levels of the Star Wars SH stuff, but so I mean, maybe they have been kind of dipping their toes in the water for a while with those, just to see how they'd sell. But what do you guys think now that we've discussed the AT-AT possibly going to, and it's always AT-AT, it's never AT-AT, it's AT-AT.
It's AT-AT.
It's AT-AT. So we've discussed that possibly going into a HasLab situation in the future. What do you guys think about a Razor Crest? And this is a conversation that I had actually had with Mando Mike off screen, and he's like, "What do you think it would take to get a Razor Crest on shelves? At a decent price? Do you think we could?
I don't think you're seeing it on shelves. But I do think they will do a made-to-order, stripped-down version.
I think
like
so.
like the Jabba's Palace set before, or
like the Hiss Tank, Arctic Hiss.
Yes.
I think they will do a stripped-down version, made-to-order, because obviously it's going to make its triumphant return at one point or another. Right. They're going to want to have it in. I'm sure there's certain paint applications, everything a little different from the first one. And they've always said, hey, they're going to wait 3 years before they do a HasLab, but they also said that it would not be in the same vein as the first time they did it. They proved that with the Art of His Tank. So I do think we're going to get a made-to-order probably a little bit before the movie. I could see.
I actually was surprised that wasn't revealed at Toy Fair. I was pretty sure that was going to happen at Toy Fair.
Yeah. Not no lie right there. Doing a real quick catch up with some of our fine folks in the chat. Let's see. Raul here wants an SH Figure Art to make a Clone Wars Grievous and Dooku.
Yes, dude.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, let's see how that Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka do first before we.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Let me see. Ray Stanley, he'll try to check Target stores for all that stuff. Let's see. John Twell, Scarif AT would be. I just said it. God damn it. AT-AT. A Scarif AT-AT would be great. Wow. We've got Mom's J. Okay. Hi. Darth Talon from Hot Toys a few years ago was the bomb. Don't know how good Hot Toys is nowadays.
Hot Toys is killing
it. Did they make a Hot Toys Darth Talon?
I didn't think so.
Was it a statue? So. Maybe it was
Might have been a statue. Yeah, yeah. That's like Sideshow more than Hot Toys though.
Yeah. It seems like everybody's thinking a Razor Crest made or like the Arctic Hiss would be the way to go.
Well, the Arctic Hiss was a great way to test the market on something like that because they don't have to pay royalties and licensing fees like they do with the Star Wars product.
Yeah,
and they could gauge interest and the reception. How would people be mad? Would people be happy? And I think from what I heard, people were pretty excited about it.
Yeah, they were cool about it. Yeah. I don't think there was a lot of backlash because of the fact is that it was a little different. It was a little different. And same thing with the Razor Crest. Look, a lot of people were not watching Star Wars, wasn't into the whole Mandalorian. You've got an opportunity. You always want to have a piece of that kind of interest pop back up later down the line.
And one of the like you, I believe you had just said a little bit ago, Tommy. One of the caveats for HasLab is you will not see it in this way for at least 3 to 5 years, right? There's that.
So Hasbro,
yeah,
Hasbro has it's like this arbitrary like 3-year minimum. They cannot use the sculpting from the HasLab for 3 years after it's been released. We've passed that now with the Hiss.
Yeah.
So we've hit that 3-year mark just about. So that's safe now, and the Razor Crest came out around the same time. So
way beyond. Yeah.
So we're beyond that point. That was what, 2020?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because it came out right. I think it came in hand before the pandemic, or it was right in the middle of it.
It definitely came out before Mando season 2 because it funded before season 2 because that's when it blew up.
Right.
So yeah. So 2021.
It funded like 2 weeks before it blew up.
But yeah, I mean we're definitely past that arbitrary mark. So yeah. I think it would be smart. I think you also have a lot of new collectors that are into the line now and into Star Wars and into collecting now. I think it's a great time to get something like that, especially because right now the Razor Crest sells for about $500 to $550 on the aftermarket. Oh, yeah. So if you want a newer version, even if it is stripped down, I think a lot of people would see the value in it.
Yeah. That's I personally, I've got the Razor Crest. I love the Razor Crest. I welcome anybody and everybody to get one. It is a fantastic vehicle, and I have no problem with it. I know when the Hiss tank was announced, some of the more vocal minority were very upset. Oh, you said you would never do this. No, that's not exactly what they said. You got to look way back in the Wayback Machine to get there. But Dana, do you think? What do you think of a new turbo tank? Yes, that'd be cool. I love the one I've got, but I don't know if I could house a larger turbo tank.
I'm going to be real. That's pretty low on my priority list for TVC vehicles. I want an ATTE first. I think those are easily more iconic, and they would scale really nicely with the new Republic gunship. I also don't think people realize how big the turbo tanks are. Like if you wanted one that was accurate to 3 3/4 scale, it would be like 6 feet long in 3 3/4 scale. I don't think people realize how massive those things really are. I think an ATTE personally is something I'd be much more excited about. But obviously, if they released a new one, I'd be all over it still.
I'd love to see an ATST. I mean, talk about an iconic vehicle from Star Wars, a Black Series or a brand new. Because they've released ATSTs several times in the past, but lately the problem is the cockpit is so top heavy they can't stay upright. So they need to rework the engineering on the legs to make sure we get one that doesn't fall over. But yeah, that's what I would like to see before I'd see a larger scale turbo tank. Well, gentlemen, I mean, I don't know if we've got anything else to really talk about. I think we kind of covered the hell out of Toy Fair. What do you think?
I think we did a good job.
I think we ran a great job on it, man.
Yeah.
I think we did too. I mean, we miss our moocher. We're gonna have him back. We're gonna.
You miss Moocher. I don't miss Moocher.
I do miss Moocher. Yeah, I usually get to sit back and just kind of enjoy the show and talk to you guys. Now I got to run this thing. Oh my god, what am I doing? But I think we covered everything pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how everything went. As we said before, the link in the description below for our Discord is down there. Please join our Discord. Hit the like and subscribe button so you know when all of our latest shows are gonna pop up. But after you've done all that, after you've subscribed and you've liked and all that, you know what you need to do? You need to go over to this mofo's channel right here, Blitz Transmissions, and check out what he's going. Tommy, dude, what's going on, man?
Well, what you shouldn't do is go over to my Instagram page right now. I got flagged for spam by Instagram's new AI algorithm. Yes. And I have no idea if or when I'll ever be able to post reels on there. I can do everything except post reels, but I was told by their support that if I do anything on the page, it will flag the restriction to go on for longer. So I'm going to give it like a week, not touch it at all, and hopefully my restriction will be lifted. in a week. Good thing is, though, I'm not an Instagram guy. I'm a YouTube guy. So you can go over to the Blitz Transmissions Instagram. Or no, don't go there. Go to the Blitz Transmissions YouTube channel. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. I just did a podcast that came out on Saturday on the Blitzcast where I talked about how great it is that they did such a good job at Toy Fair for marketing the Mandalorian and Grogu, and why that's so important for the Star Wars fandom as a whole and the future of the fandom. So if you want to check out that podcast episode, it's everywhere that podcasts can be found, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. I also have awesome action figure reviews that I'm supposed to be releasing, but I've been getting destroyed at work. Tomorrow, though, I've got nothing on my schedule. So guess what I'm going to be doing all day? Action figure reviews, baby. So nice. I got like Black Series, TVC, Hot Toys. I've got all kinds of stuff that needs reviewed. I'm excited. Keep tuned in. If you're an ARC Trooper on my Patreon or a Rancor Battalion channel member, you get to see all the reviews early. So if you want to check out that, the links are all on my social media. And you can join the Blitz Transmissions Discord as well if you want a Star Wars focus. But if you want literally everything, just go to the Syndicate Discord. But yeah, I'll pass it off to my new favorite Friday morning show to watch not on Friday mornings, Good Morning Toy Box, as well as Toy Box Chronicles, Pixel Plastic and Ink, Action Figure Frequencies.
Hey,
they've got it all over at the Shadow Nose Network.
You're taking away everything he's about to say. I'm
giving him the intro. You go. Only real fans know the names of all the shows, you know.
He's got a point there. He's got a point there. Hey, man, been loving all the attention, everything that we've been getting, especially from the Discord. The Syndicate has been blowing up, but you know what also is going great is we are dominating Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's right. You start off your week with the toy chest in the middle of the week, because you know you need that toy kind of hump to get you going. Toy Box Chronicles on the Shadow Nose Network, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself, Chet, Scully, and Fig Fury, we've been blowing it up on that. And then you can watch after us at 8 p.m. That's right, Starlight Digest Podcast. So you got 2 hours on Wednesday night, and then we jump into, oh yes, Friday. Good morning, Toy Box. Get your toy fix in the morning because, hey, no other YouTube channel's doing that, but we're doing it. You get it at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Shadow Nose Network. Myself and Mr. Maddox, a toy weekend review. So anything that you miss throughout the week, you can go right there and get it. And then we're just the lead-in show for Friday night, Pixel, Plastic, and Ink at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself, Rad, Chet Maddox, and of course Dr. Brentley. We get in Friday night, a little bit of everything through pop culture's running by. We got some new shows that's going to premiere. One, we've got the Kaiju Files that you will be able to catch on Monday mornings. It's to be a pre-recorded show. We're getting into a little bit of the MonsterVerse stuff, so we're covering all kind of fandom, and we got something else a little bit announced as well. So keep that going. But one thing that I do have to say is that we've been asking people, we're looking for testers. Make sure there is an app out there, and it's called Toy Hunter. That is right, Toy Hunter. Take off the E and just use the R. Toy Hunter. It is your if you got a collection, if you're at conventions and you want to know the pricing on certain figures that pull throughout the entire point, you can negotiate better. Toy Hunter is the one app that you should be using. Sign up. Go over to our Discord. You can run it. There's a Toy Hunter area in there, or you can go over to toyhunter.com. But again, remove the E. It's just the, Toy Hunter without the E in it. And you can get all your fandom needs there because that's what we do at the Syndicate. You're seeing that through Blitz Transmission. You see that through us. You see that through the Starlight Digest Podcast. One home for the best of fandom right there, isn't it, Mr. Scott Solo?
Boom. That's right, man. That's right. And as he said, all of these shows on Wednesday lead to the Sarlacc Digest. That is Moocher and I's. That's our home. That's where we live. That's if you want all the latest Star Wars news, we are there to cover it for you. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific time. And we have a little something special we're going to talk about this Wednesday. That's right. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the 17th of February, we're getting a trailer Finally, a trailer from Mando
dude.
Grogu.
Finally.
It's no more little teasers with cute little Grogu grabbing candy. No more teasers with tauntauns running like Clydesdales. None of that. We're going to get ourselves a legit trailer. I hope. So,
yeah, it'll just be everything we've already seen, just reorganized. I'm going to be like, I'm going to crash out.
Right. So we are going to break that down on Wednesday. We'll do all the theory crafting. We're going to see where this trailer, how it bends our minds, and figure out exactly how it is that we think this movie is going to go. And we love here and there. We love the pit. That is our group right here in the chat. That's the pit. You're getting digested. You're making these comments and you're keeping us going. We love you guys. You are the Sarlacc Digest. We are too, but you are a part of this monster that we are building. So if you want to join in and you've got any theory crafting of your own where you think this movie is going to go based on the trailer, hop in on Wednesday. Let us know what you think, and we'll bring you up in there. Maybe you'll bring up some ideas and some thoughts that we haven't thought of. You never know, right? So I think we're done here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Did I forget anything?
I think we're good.
We hit it up.
We're good. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at this right here, James Murrow. Free beer in the pit. That's
There
right.
you go.
It's all on James's. It's on James's tab. So there we go. So. All right. On behalf of Tommy here and Blitz and Alexander Storm, I am Scott Solo. This has been the Sarlacc Toy Chest. And hey, guys, have a great night.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see
Good
you.
night, Mooch.
Keep it nerdy.
Good night, Mooch. He took that line. I like it. I like it. That's right. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, I don't know how to end this thing. Here we go.
Oh.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.